On April 1st, IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, targeted and attacked 3 vehicles of World Central Kitchen. In those 3 vehicles were 7 aid workers, and all of the workers were pronounced dead at the spot. The 7 aid workers were nationals from Poland, Australia, United Kingdom, Gaza, United States, and Canada. And this was not the only attack. The World Central Kitchen also reported another attack on one of their employees on April 10th. The name of the employee was Imro. He was attacked by Israeli airstrike, and he is gravely injured and was extracted to the hospital where he is being treated. The World Central Kitchen stated during the news conferences, puts it on their website and tweets about this multiple times, that the Israeli authorities were fully aware that those vehicles were aid workers. The Israeli authorities were fully aware of World Central Kitchen's vehicles. The authorities were fully aware of their route and their mission. And yet, still, somehow they attacked the aid workers. Why is that happening? The role of aid workers, journalists, and doctors during the wartime are so important. And even in the ancient time, during wars, there were laws that protect doctors, journalists, and aid workers. Even during the times when 2 teams were fighting a war, they must protect aid workers, journalists, and doctors who take care of the wounded warriors. And also the civilians were must. So that was then, and this is now. We are modernized human. We have discovered so many scientific things. We have scientifically upgraded ourselves and our daily lives from those ancient kings and those ancient people. And yes, we also upgraded the laws of war and the laws to protect the civilians, the journalists, the aid workers, the doctors, the children, the women. So, in the August of 1949, the Geneva Convention was held. And of that convention, in the Article 3, is civilians and even the members of armed forces who have laid down their arms and those who are wounded or surrendered due to sickness or any issue shall be protected, covered, and cared for. So, the civilians and the aid workers, the journalists, should be protected at any circumstance. And not just that, the warriors, the armed forces, who have laid down their arms, or they were wounded, or they surrendered due to sickness or any issue, shall be protected, covered, and cared for. And this is not the only law that protects civilians, aid workers, journalists, and doctors during the times of war. Article 79.2 and Article 51.3 of Protocol 1 of International Humanitarian Law also protects journalists, also protects civilians, also protects aid workers, and also protects doctors who are working on the field. If somehow one side killed, intentionally or unintentionally, killed aid worker or a journalist or doctor or civilian, there will be a court held and that party should be punished. This is the law of international humanitarian law. This is the international war law, and this is our modernized law. And I'm giving you another fact. 126 journalists have been killed, targeted and killed since the October 7th in Gaza by the IDF, obviously. So the issue of World Central Kitchen is something we should talk. So the World Central Kitchen also demands the governments of United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Poland, Australia to join them in demanding of a third party and independent investigation of the attacks by IDF which killed 7 aid workers. The War Central Kitchen and us, everyone, wants to know how those aid workers were targeted. Even the authorities were fully aware that those people are aid workers. Those vehicles of War Central Kitchen were providing aid and food to the civilians, and still they targeted them. So it's an issue that we should be aware of, and we should demand transparency. And yes, protection of civilians, protection of aid workers, protection of journalists and doctors is not something that we can ignore at any circumstances, even in the war. Those categories and those people should be protected at all. There is no plan B. It's just protection of civilians, protection of children and women and the aid workers, the doctors and the journalists. Thank you very much. Till the next time. See you.